All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now it's Sony Michel with his first NFL carry. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Lamar Jackson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Shotgun now for Brady. Shakes off the sack. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Randy Gregory in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it. And the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now a handoff here to his running back. Fighting through. A 2nd broken tackle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking long for Westbrook. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, here's Brady. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Here's Brady to throw. And that's the first NFL catch for Cortland Sutton. And he's taken down inside the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. The first NFL touchdown run for Sony Michel as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around, and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, and they'll try to run the option left. To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. Hard throw, incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting.
Yeah, they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, Michel. And an alley to run. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. They'll check this one down to Michel. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Start fast! Hey, Alabama.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. Nifty move. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
To throw on 2nd down, Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. You don't see this often. The quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 3rd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Colts coming out now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Go! Wait, 20! Line 20! We got 3! Ozzie! Nice we got!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking long for Westbrook. This is caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. He kept it himself at second down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Gone!
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lutz puts this one through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Runs through the contact. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Now Jackson on second down. He sets to fire deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, in on the stop. To throw on second down, Brady. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And there's a nice catch by Mike Gesicki, the rookie out of Penn State. And, partner, you saw him when you were covering Big Ten football. He didn't block very many people, but that's not what they asked him to do. They asked him to go downfield and catch the balls we just saw there.
Yeah, absolutely right, and he can do it with the best of them.
Yeah, and how about him, his high school video? Did you ever see any of that with him dunking basketballs and spiking volleyballs? His athletic ability is off the charts.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Taken from just outside the 30. Oh, shifty. Whoa. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at a certain time? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Second down, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because I nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They go play action now. Jackson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. There he goes right side. For the former Washington Husky, Dante Pettis, touchdown number 1 in his career. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to think about throwing a rookie quarterback right into the fire week one. But guess what? He handled the fire awfully well and threw his first touchdown pass.
Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw on 2nd down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun, looking deep downfield. This is intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wondered, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Ozzie! Hey, 4 down. Wait, 20.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Brady now to throw. Gets this one left side to Pettis. Spins past him. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Right! Hey. Go. Wait! Switch.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll lift to throw, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And a solid run down inside the 30. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
To throw is Jackson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And the Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They begin with Michel on the ground. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete. For Cortland Sutton, a special moment. Touchdown number 1 in his NFL career. As his guys have now moved out in front. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote onto your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They run it with Carson. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Detroit! Detroit!
To Jackson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Able to power through. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. This time Jackson will throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you talk about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. Brady going to throw here. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the return will stop right around the 25. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
He's back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. First career pick for the rookie Josh Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. A give. This is Michelle. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
No, 66.
On second down, Michelle. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now a pitch out to Michelle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it, because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Indianapolis, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.